Hey guys, what's going on? Coming at you with a Friday morning video. I post videos every day at 9 a.m. So before I get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the button right there. It's much appreciated. I'm really trying to get to 700 subs by the end of October. So obviously today is the first day of October. So I think we're gonna probably have a better month than September. I'm gonna get into some of my thoughts on what happened in September and where I think we're gonna go in the back half of this year or last quarter. So without further ado, I want to talk about a stock I bought yesterday. I've been talking about this stock a lot recently. I've been averaging costs down aggressively, and I'll share my thoughts on it too. So today I wanted to talk about Corsair Gaming, ticker is CRSR. I bought yesterday actually at, I was just, aggressively buying more and more and more as the stock continued to fall. But I did buy at $25.82. If you look at yesterday's chart, that was, what was the low at? 25.65 yesterday. So I did buy on that midday dip yesterday. There was a pattern all week where the market would kind of do like a quick rally in the morning and then just fall the last hour of trading. But it did break that trend yesterday. It actually dipped between like 10:30 a.m. and noon Eastern time. Congress was talking, basically going in circles again about how they need to get stuff done and how, the Democratic Party wants the Republican Party to help pass the bills. And then the Republican Party said, well, wait a minute, like we don't need to. You guys have majority in all three places of power, so you don't need us. We don't agree with everything. So basically it's just going in a revolving circle. What was it? Tuesday, there was like a 3-hour conference, a 3-hour meeting about it. And then yesterday, there was like a 30-minute little conversation about it. And it's literally just the same thing, just going in circles. So I do think they will they'll pass the debt so the government doesn't shut down. If it does, you're gonna have childcare credits being halted, military payments being halted, Social Security being halted, and it would be a self-inflicted financial crisis. Like there's no way, like there's solutions to do this. Like all they have to do is either get Republicans to get in and pass it, or they have to do it themselves to pass it. It's really just people playing a game of chicken of who's gonna give first. So, but I do think, we're gonna raise the debt ceiling and that will happen before October 18th, which is when we run out of money. So that's my thought on that. So yeah, I bought this stock yesterday at $25.82, and this marker is basically dead. So let me get a different one. So yeah, I bought it at $35.82 yesterday. Position in my portfolio I bought was 15%. So I did really get more aggressive. If you watch my previous videos, I bought Corsair, I believe Monday, was it? Or was it last Friday? But I bought basically 5%. At I think it was like 26.75 I did, and then it went down even more to like $26, and then I bought an additional 5%. So I really bought 10% that day, and then yesterday, I just bought 15%. So I've been, as it goes down more and more and more, I'm buying obviously more because I believe in the stock as a long-term investor, and I'm buying more aggressively. So that's kind of what I'm doing. That's why it's very important to always have cash on the sideline. If you've watched my previous videos, I've been saying I've had 35% cash. I got out a win. Don't like what's going on in China. Macau is 50% of Win's revenue. I just didn't want to deal with it. I just couldn't sleep well at night thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm selling it. It was a long-term gain. I cashed out 18 or 15% up on my position. So like I made money, long-term gain, don't have to worry about it. Ironically, Win went up to $84. I think I got out at $81.75. So like I'm a little butthurt. I didn't wait, but it just wasn't worth it. So, whatever. I don't regret it. So yeah, so that's what I bought. My cost base now is $30.18. This was originally $36 or $35 when I started buying. I actually started buying it like right almost when it peaked, which the market was on fire the winter of 2020 going into 2021 in January and February. So I kind of just entered in this position basically at its peak almost, but that's okay because, even at that evaluation, I do like it long term. So if it's at this price, I will buy. So that's my cost base now. As it sits last night before it closed, it was $26.01. So it did rally up from when I bought. It is basically at this from when I bought. It's not at $26.75 yet, but again, that's fine. The 52-week lows are a little skewed because this company was sub $15 for a while. This number will raise up quickly because it was right at the ramp. So when you look at 52-week lows in a month, it's going to be $25, $24. So we're almost basically at 52-week lows if you remove 2 weeks of the 52-week low. So that was November. So yeah, so like come December, it will be like $25, $24. So we're basically buying, I look at it as 52-week lows. The fundamentals haven't changed. They're killing it. It's an industry that's going to grow in the next decade. So it's just a really exciting stock to be in. I do think this stock long-term in like 3 to 5 years, this stock will be every bit of $50 to like $75, depending on how they execute. So you'll easily 2-3x your money, in my opinion. So the Dow finished yesterday it was down 1.5%. NASDAQ finished down also at 0.4%, and the S&P finished down also at 1.1%. So it was a red day in the market yesterday. Jobs hiring were really low in September. It seems like everywhere I go, where I just look like, I just look around, like any retail, any manual labor job or something like that, like there's job signs everywhere. So jobs still remain low, even though unemployment got cut for the stimulus. Inflation, also there's a lot of fear of this. I think we're going to come in probably around 5% this year, which is a lot higher than what Jerome Powell said in the spring and summer. That's fine though. I mean, I personally still think it's transitory, and I think a lot of this inflation is pent up and showing because of the bottlenecks in supply. So, it's really one of those things where, like, the supply chain issue is a problem now, yes, and it's going to be a problem till spring or summer of next year, and that seems like a really long time, and it makes people panic. But if you think of the grand scheme of things, like if you look at like 3 to 5 years, are you really going to be thinking in 3 to 5 years you're not buying the stock because you're scared of supply chain issues and like semiconductors, they might not be getting chips, so their earnings might be down? Like, okay, that's a short-term issue. Like, if you're a long-term investor, it's just a buying opportunity. It's going to be rough short-term, but like it shouldn't scare you. September also finished at a loss. So this was the first month where it finished red of 2021. It literally did the same thing in September of 2020. I remember I didn't have a channel at that time, but I remember in August, right after Labor Day, it was red for 3 weeks in September. Like, it was painful. It was red, I'd say probably 15 out of the 20 trading days in September. So it was really rough, and it was like, it really pushed my limits of like, I didn't think it was going to go down. I really didn't. So I wasn't as prepared as this year. Last year, I think going into September, I had like 15% cash, and I went all the way down to like 5%. I felt real uneasy about it because of the election, and the election actually in November, it just ran to February like crazy. So I actually had time to build my cash up, but that was a lot of like, I wasn't expecting it, and that was like a lesson I learned. So this year, going into September, I had like 35% cash. I'm down to like 25% because I've been deploying in the Corsair. So I'm just more prepared, and that was a lesson learned. So hopefully, you guys took advantage of September. It was very red, a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt in, China, in crypto, in inflation, in jobs, in Congress. There was a lot of fear everywhere. Oil, bottlenecks in supply chains, like a lot of fear and a lot of reasons. So, which is good if you're a long-term investor. You should want that stuff. You can take advantage of all these deals and then turn around and really see a nice return with limited tax if you hold for a year, which is what I do. So that's all I got till tomorrow. Would I say this stock's a buy right now? Absolutely. If it's at $26, like, if you don't have this stock, I highly recommend buying it. If you do have the stock and it's below your cost base, I'd recommend averaging cost down. I mean, I just threw 15% of my position in. So that's what I got. Till tomorrow, make sure you like, subscribe, comment below. Peace.